This is a microburst that slammed parts of the valley earlier this afternoon. Powerful winds, driving rain, even hail. The storm left a trail of destruction. Roofs ripped off of buildings, trees brought down onto apartments, like that, just like a dollhouse with the roof ripped off. And then that big heavy tree on that apartment came down on cars as well, these trees. Hundreds of people out of their homes tonight. Many more are just starting a big cleanup. Thanks for being here for 12 News at 10. I'm Troy Hayden. Today's storm was felt all across the valley, but the Tempe area appeared to be hit the hardest. We have team coverage of damage tonight. Chase Golightly is at a business complex that had his roof literally ripped off by a microburst. But we're going to start with Gabriela Becerra, who's live near Mill Avenue in the US 60, where these huge eucalyptus trees, Gabby, fell down on these apartments, forcing so many people out of their homes. What do you have for us?
That's right, Troy. This entire complex was just really hit hard by the storm. What you see behind me is really just a fraction of the damage that we've seen here today. Many heavy, big trees landing right on top of buildings and trapping several people inside. A City of Tempe spokesperson confirmed to me that everyone's okay. There were no injuries here, but many people are going to be displaced from their homes tonight. Powerful wind and rain swept across Tempe Monday afternoon in a fury.
It basically felt like a hurricane. It's like what I would describe it as. It was really windy, super loud, and then I heard the couple trees crash.
The microburst packed a huge punch, causing extensive damage to cars, windows, and roofs.
It was like this huge change in pressure, and you could feel it against the windows, and then water started pouring in my kitchen window.
The City of Tempe says more than 130 people are displaced after several apartment complexes took a hit. At Century Apartments located near Mill Avenue and the US 60, several trees fell on buildings, destroying roofs and trapping people inside.
The ceiling had cracked. Initially, it was just like a trickle going down. I had a bucket under there, and then the whole ceiling cracked, and it was flooding, and then my door was stuck for like 20 minutes, and the neighbors had to help me get out.
One resident, Justice Reese, tells me she came home to find the entryway to her apartment gone, with her dog still inside.
I had to climb underneath all this rubble and stuff and run into my apartment and get my dog. And she was so terrified she didn't want to come out.
The Tempe Fire Department went door to door, rescuing people stuck on the second floor.
So I just was so happy that he was able to get down, and same for me. I didn't expect to have to go down the ladder, so I'm glad that they were there to help me.
Now the question on everyone's mind is what's next?
How long is it going to be till we have a place to live again?
We saw construction crews surveying the structural damage and landscapers starting to remove fallen trees. But cleanup could take days and repairs even longer.
I'm just glad that we're out, and I don't know, I got at least one pair of clothes.
Despite the unknown, people tell me they are grateful everyone, including their pets, are safe.
It feels so good. Honestly, I was really scared. So.
You got your dog?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was honestly really, really terrified. That was the only thing I cared about.
You went to complex too?
I just wanted to be sure my baby was okay.
And the City of Tempe and the Red Cross partnered to open up in a temporary emergency shelter tonight. It's at the Escalante Multi-Generational Center that's located at 2150 East Orange Street. It's open to families and pets, but they do ask that you try to bring essential items if you can, such as phone chargers, medication, clothing, and important documents. Live in Tempe, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
What a huge cleanup there, Gabby. And it's something you don't see very often. People being rescued out of their apartments on fire ladders. That was because all the exits were blocked by these downed trees?
Landed on top of or blocked the staircases that come down from the second floor. So in this case, the only safe way down was to go down those ladders with those firefighters helping, of course.
Yeah, and then again, you know, what a cleanup they have there, just getting those trees off of the building and then seeing what the damage is to that building. Gabby, thank you for that tonight. Also in Tempe, it's really almost miraculous that nobody was hurt here. A business complex literally has its roof torn off with some workers inside. This happened near Baseline and Kyrene. Heavy metal debris was flying everywhere. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly live at this scene. Tell us what happened here, Chase.
Yeah, Troy, that building having its roof torn off happened right back here. We're actually behind a fence right now. The city of Tempe put this up to make sure no one goes inside the building. They say there's a real possibility if you open up a door, you could have a potential collapse happening. But look at all the destruction over here, all these cars, some have damaged, which is why they're staying back here. But it really is a miracle that despite all of this destruction, no one was hurt.
Within just a couple of minutes,
it was very destructive.
A microburst tore this roof clean off, launching metal debris into several cars and buildings.
This is probably the worst I've seen. I've seen plenty of damaged buildings, but as far as something related to weather-wise, this is going to be the worst I've seen.
A shock to firefighters and the people who were inside.
I grabbed my wife. We ran to the center of the shop.
Steve Ochoa's wife taking this video right before it happened. He said she stopped once they saw part of the roof right above them start to move.
I was watching the eaves of our shop, and there was sunlight coming through, and I said, that's not good.
For Chris Hardy, who owns an auto mechanic shop in the same complex, he said it felt like he was in the middle of a tornado.
It sounded like a train, a rumbling train. The building was shaking. And the next thing we know, the doors were tearing down and debris was coming through the doors.
He and his workers tried to close and lock the doors when metal pipes and tin roofs came crashing into his shop, showing this video of what it looks like now.
They could have been like harpoons coming through.
I was going to say, do you think about that if you were standing in the wrong spot?
Yeah, it could have been a disaster. So I'm glad that we're just safe at this point.
Fortunately, no one was hurt, but these local business owners don't know what's next.
Basically, we're shutting doors. Like, everybody here is shutting doors. I mean, like, everybody here has, their lives invested into here.
Now, I wanted to give you another look of that damage. You can see all this roofing right here. This is in a parking lot a little bit of a ways from that building. You can see all the roofing right here crashing into this white Jeep. Part of it still in the back of it with the back windshield smashed out. This isn't the only vehicle. You also have this minivan right here that also had its back windshield taken out. You can see some kids' bicycles are actually back here, but it almost looks like someone just completely rear-ended them. But of course, no, it's that tin roofing that we saw just getting flown throughout the area, through the air. A very chaotic situation. As for when this is all going to get cleaned up, we're not sure. We're also not sure what's going to happen to that building if it is salvageable. So this is just a situation that we will have to continue to follow. We're live in Tempe. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Yeah, a lot of people out there, Chase, just seeing their livelihoods, their place of business literally just blown away today. Thank you for the update there.